Where you at, family? Today we're reacting to Confident Man Goes on Date with Single Mom and It Quickly Goes Left. This video went viral by JR Wisdom about a year ago. Let's get right into the video and see what the drama is. Love y'all, let's do it.
At her place, right? And we were going to go out, but she said we need to wait on her babysitter to show up so someone can watch her 5-year-old daughter, right? When I first get to the neighborhood, I realized it's a gated community in North Dallas. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to text her to get the code and everything. So I'm like, damn, seems like a nice area. Surely nothing goes on wild here, right? So as I'm pulling up to her house, I know
I don't know. I've always actually heard if I was a robber, there was a, or I shouldn't say I always heard, but there was a saying that said if I was a robber and I wanted to rob something that was worth something, I would go to where the rich people are. I would go to the nice neighborhoods. That's where I would do my robbing. So, you know, that saying kind of dispelled that thought process for me.
Is that her front lawn is cut diagonal. You know what I mean? It's not cut in a straight line. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's cut like a golf course. This is nice, real nice. You know what I mean? So I pull right into the driveway and I park right there. But that right there is already breaking rule number 34-1 in the Baby Mama Shuffle Safety Handbook. You never park right in the driveway. You're going to find out why in just a second. Before I get out the car, I grab my tool bag and I grab my hard hat. But I'm not there to fix anything. Once you get to a level I am of doing the baby mama shuffle, you realize that a lot of these girls, they don't like their kids to see that they're casually dating. You know what I mean? So it helps them if you show up as a handyman.
What? Hey, this nigga was cosplaying as handyman, showing up to his girl's house? That's crazy.
Show up as a direct TV guy. Or this. Me, I got all the polos. I got the vest, I got the hard hats, I got it all. Because I've learned over time, if you cater to these women, it helps your situation in the end. This is what I do. Hell, I'll even show up as an astronaut if she needs me to. You know what I mean? Just put it in the appointment notes. So I'm sitting on the couch just chilling, right? I'm eating one of her kids' fruit snacks. She has a PS5 on this big ass flat screen. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And the sitter should be there any minute. Everything's going great, right? Then, out of nowhere, I hear boop, 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 boop. Sound like LAPD at the front door. She jumps up and looks at me like I was suspecting company. Like, nah, girl.
This is your crib.
Who the hell is that? And I wasn't really scared until she got up and she went to the door and she looked through the window thing on the right side. And when she turned around, the face she had looking at me looked like pure fear. Like she shouldn't have been there either. I'm like, whoa, like what's going on? She's like, you need to get up, get your stuff. You need to go to the pantry right now. I'm like, the pantry? She's like,
It sounds like this might be a baby cheating situation or baby daddy or something.
Get up, get your stuff, and go hide in the pantry. So I wasn't gonna let her say it 3 times. So I got up, I got all my stuff, and I go hide in the kitchen pantry. And I was sitting there next to a box of Ritz. I remember specifically. So while I was sitting in that,
you started eating that shit, didn't you? Don't lie to me, nigga. I know you started eating them chips.
Pantry, I didn't know what was going on, right? But later I found out, you know, like just to add information in right now, that her babysitter had to cancel. But she called her ex-husband instead of calling her because she had like no clue that they were even going through a split, right? So he showed up to pick up the kids, but he saw my car in the driveway. You know what I mean? That's why there's rules to this. You always park across the street, you park down the road, you never park in the driveway. That's how you get yourself hurt. So I'm sitting in this pantry, I'm hugging my little tool bag and my hard hat, and I'm like trying like to breathe like real quiet. And then I overhear like them.
You should have just committed to the bit. You're the handyman. You fixing the antenna on the TV or something.
Yelling like blah blah. Like it's like real muffled. But then I hear like a slap, like a loud bah.
Oh.
And then she goes, and you still hit like a bitch. And I'm like, oh, they squabbing. So I'm like, okay, do I get out the pantry and go?
Nah, she was aura farming. She didn't need to say that. Why she did that? Women. First of all, no nigga should be putting their hands on you, period. But a nigga slap you across the face and then you gonna tell him you still hit like a bitch? You setting yourself up for failure. You trying to get pummeled.
Like, do something, or do I sit here and, you know, let this family matter go on? You know what I mean? Then I started hearing glass breaking and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit in here while there's like full-fledged domestic violence going on. So I get up, I walk around like the little kitchen short hallway thing. And then when I see him, my whole mind kind of changed. And I wish I was still in that pantry because he was this big, no neck, Vin Diesel cornbread and hot sauce and beans for breakfast looking motherfucker.
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy and this guy, all people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
And I didn't really know what to do, so I was like, hey, yo. And then as soon as he heard me, he turned and looked at me, and he started walking my way, and he was like cussing and everything already. And then she saw that he was coming towards me, so she like ran and kind of like intercepted, you know, his path. I guess she was trying to save my life, right? But as soon as like she got in front of me, he picked her up like a toddler, like underneath the armpits. He picked her up and chunked her. I'm talking like almost 10 feet into the couch, and the couch like flipped over. So I'm like, okay. And then when my adrenaline's pumping and I'm mad, I start to sound like my mom for no reason. So I was like, hey, so what you not gonna do is just throw people. But before I can get the word around, out of my mouth, I'm up off the ground, you know what I mean? And he throws me. And I remember I did one.
What is this nigga, Darth Vader? You just fucking flinging niggas around and shit? I can't go out like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga, I would have shot that nigga, bro.
Half spin, and I saw like the kitchen. And then I was on the diamond table, and then I hit this little dog cage, and then I hit the tile floor.
Damn, he just tossing everybody around.
And I thought I was dead. And I kind of laid there, and I'm not gonna lie, I knew I wasn't dead, but I played dead. Because I didn't want no more of what that got going on. That was a family matter. I shouldn't even said anything.
Yeah.
And part of
mind your business. That was wise. That was wise.
me was trying to make myself feel better for laying there acting dead, you know what I mean? Because I was like, you know what? He threw her into a couch. You know what I mean? He threw me into a dining room table. So he still loves her. You know what I'm saying? She got thrown into a couch. So let me just, you know, lay here. And because he didn't ask me who I was. He didn't say, what are you doing here? He immediately picked me up and threw me. He didn't want to have no conversations with me. So I'm just going to lay there and chill out. So eventually she started yelling, I called the cops are on the way. And then the cops did show up, but he was already gone by then. So when the cops showed up, of course, they asked me questions, they asked her questions. I told the cops I got a few punches in, which was a bold-faced lie. I did not get one punch in.
Bro, words to the wise. He gave out some good information, especially when you're dating a single mom, especially if you're planning on spending the night, especially if it's your first time going over there. I know in this case, they're waiting for the babysitter to show up. But the fact that she let Buddy in, even though he said he's supposed to be getting the kid, women like drama, believe it or not. Even with stuff like this, they'll sit there. She said, you hit like a...
So I'm saying, it's like, why would you say that? That is only making things worse.
All this has been going on for a while. The fact that I'm surprised that Buddy didn't smash up his car. GR, what's the rest of the video? Hey, man, this video is so old. It's been in my archives for a while. I'm just now getting around to it. But you will have women who actively have a boyfriend and they're going through a breakup and the boyfriend was just there the night prior, but because they got in an argument, she'll mess around with you, and this dude, she won't be answering her phone. Dude could be texting her, blowing her phone up, and she has you over there, and whether the car is parked in the parking space or in the driveway or whatever have you, she's waiting for that moment, even if he's pounding on the door. But the fact that you never let anybody in the house, man, that's just asking for it. from a how to be a player with old boy opening the door halfway when he had a chick inside. And y'all know even my story when I was talking about when an old girl showed up to my crib, which I'll link this stuff in there for you guys who haven't seen it. You never do stuff like that, but it's a dangerous game. It can happen with women just in general. You never know what's going on. But sometimes women just want to get their cheeks clapped, or they just want to make a guy jealous, or just want to get over a guy in the meantime. So don't mess up your chance. A lot of times with trying to take it easy or take it slow with a woman like this, because you never know when you have another chance. You need to immediately go in and try to clap the cheeks. That's
Hey, man, you heard it from JR Wisdom, man. That's a crazy story, though. Me personally, though, I would have just committed to the bit. I would have been like, man, I'm just here fucking fixing the TV, man. Let me fuck up out of here. I wouldn't have said nothing to that nigga. I would have been like, hey, yo, just send me my money. Send me my money. I'm out. Y'all deal with what y'all dealing with. But that nigga would have still picked me up and tried to throw me. That's all that nigga would have heard. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.